Hello again, everybody, and welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Nick Wisniewski along with Kevin, the Mayor Bryant. We are in your alma mater. We're in the River Dome, and this place always has a little bit of magic in it. I'm thinking that your team is going to need a little bit of that magic tonight.
A little bit. I mean, the team that they're facing is on a heater. The Hornets have won 8 games in a row, and the Rats haven't won a game yet this season. So, tall task, but hey, it is senior night. This is the River Dome, and you never know, Nick, what might happen.
Absolutely, you never know what could happen here at the Dome. Love this atmosphere, love coming out here. Stick around, tip-off coming up right after this.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you do me a favor, please leave a comment on some of the games you would like to view in the future, as well as hit that like button in the corner.
And welcome in, everybody, to the River Dome. Once again, tip-off is ensuing, as they say, Kevin. I mean, we just saw the scores there, or the records there, really briefly. River Rats have their hands full tonight. They've got the work cut out for them. What can they do to stop this Saline team?
You know, they're really going to have to dial in some of that old River Rat defense. That first game that they played against the Hornets, it was 2 big runs that really set the game apart and really closed the books on any kind of Huron victory. So the defensive end is where the Rats need to really shore up their game plan.
Well, here 30 seconds in, what I'm seeing is they need to rebound that ball. I mean, 3 offensive rebounds for the Hornets right there in the first 30 seconds, allowing 2 3-point shots from Saline. And the Rats are very fortunate that the Hornets didn't come away with any points on that first possession.
Yeah, turnover right there on the River Rats, and you're right about that, Nick. Another thing that you want to watch out for the River Rats is they have a very short bench. So foul trouble could be a problem for the Rats tonight with only 7 players dressed.
Yeah, only 2 on that bench, but here comes Nyla Allen there, and she comes up with the steal and the bucket. Hoop for Allen.
Yeah, senior. Her last time that the Rats are playing here in their River Dome, so it's nice for her to get on the board. Took that steal and just went straight to the rack.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, right? No need to get crazy with it. And there's Allen with getting in the mix again, knocking that one away.
Good job by Johnson coming out and contesting that shot.
Yeah, Jordan Johnson, she's got some length. She is going to get in the space there and then hopefully make it so that Saline doesn't get any easy buckets down low there.
Handling the ball right now has to be something that the Rats want to concentrate and focus on a little bit better as well.
Well, and these Hornets have no qualms about shooting a 3. That's unofficially the 4th 3-point attempt in just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Coach Ream has talked about it. You see her in the background right there. She's talked about how their team, it doesn't matter who has the ball. As long as it's an open shot behind the arc, let it fly.
Rebound there by Caden Maida. That one popped away, and right now the River Rats, they're playing loose. They're playing, a little handsy, if you will.
Yeah, and look at Maddie Lou here on the steal, and it came from Allen getting her hand in there as well.
Yeah, Allen's been the one swarming around out there. She's been playing tough man D. She's been getting her hand in there, knocking the ball away, and she's so far the only person with a field goal as of right now.
And the Rats have to clean up those turnovers. That's the second possession where they had to ball where they just gave up that possession easily.
Yeah, and that's going to be the bane of any young, inexperienced team or any team that's not doing so hot is the turnovers.
And you can see Mita coming right through the lane and using a soft left scoop shot.
Yeah, she's had a couple of opportunities like that. I think we might see her with a few more tonight as well. Wow,
that's going to be an offensive call.
Yeah, Jordan Johnson on that one pushed away just a little too much body.
Yeah, Aliga Steger there for the Hornets, keeping possession and getting the foul on Johnson.
And that's a bucket there for Hadley Griffin. And previously, I misspoke Johnson. I said too much body. I mean, that was all arm.
Yeah,
right? That
yeah,
wasn't any sort of turn body or drop step, or I'm going to use my backside on it.
And that's a mix-up on the defensive end right there for the River Rats. It looked like 11 was out of position. I think that was Gabby Johnson, who was just trying to get over there to the corner. Unfortunately for the River Rats, Griffin was just set up in a nice spot.
Right, and I think the Hornets, they know their spots. They know where they need to go to. And I know my spot. It's often on social media after a long day, whether you're going to Twitter, whether you're going to Facebook, check out some YouTube. You can always see previous games. They go back years in full, glorious HD. And if you want to see a little behind the scenes,
you can check out some of those photos.
Instagram.
Yeah, we upload photos, and we want you to upload some photos and leave some comments as well, too. If you like a game, you want to, say something about, a call, leave a comment.
River Rats back at it now. Allen, and that was over to Lou. Allen down there, she's scrappy. I like it. And that's the type of player that you want. That's the type of leader that you want. Somebody that, again, has got her hands in everything. She's diving for balls. She's making things happen. And passing the ball in bounds as well.
Yeah, Allen seems to be the leader of this squad. Wow, they got lucky and fortunate on that pass in.
Johnson, though, no problem getting that one away.
And this is good to see. The Rats not, you mentioned the record at the beginning of our broadcast that not a W out there, but hey, still running offensive set plays. But got to get back on the defense. Kate
Stemmer finishes that one. And Saline going into a little bit of a press there. I don't know if it's a press or just a full court man defense.
And another thing that you want to mention when they have a short bench like the Rats do, it's the tired, the fatigue that might set in, and you're already starting to see some of that.
There's the old give and go, the handoff, but not to be stopped down there by the Hornets.
Wow, a lot of contact there, no foul. And these Hornets, they do push the ball up fast.
Well, since that slow start, they've obviously got 9 straight points, up 9-2 currently with 3.5 to go in this first quarter.
And we talked about that first game. We had a couple big runs, and these are the kind of runs that'll shorten the game, really, for the Hornets. I mean, they're on their way to a dub real quick.
Well, and the Hornets their offensive rebounding is just, I mean, man, I can't even tell you how many they'd have to this point. It's got to be approaching double digits already.
Well, the last time, you could see that finish there, a nice little mid-range shot. But, the last time these two teams played, the Hornets were coming off one of their 2 losses of the season. Since then, 8 consecutive of dubs. They're outscoring their opponents by 26 points.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. They're really putting it on, folks. And it's a lot of this transition.
That's Caden Maida there drawing the contact. She'll be at the free throw line. But, I mean, they just look really polished. They move the ball really well. They make some good head fakes. And, like I said, they seem to know where they're going, know how to find their spots. And contrary to what the River Rats have going for them, they can make some big substitutions like just now. Bailey Burt in, and I can't quite see who else we've got over there. I believe it's 32. I believe that's Megan
I think
Sweet.
you're right. Yep.
And Sweet gets right in the mix with an offensive board. Maida there nearly loses it, but finds a way to work back around. They've got those players in the corner.
I like this defense for the River Rats. Get into a zone.
Yeah, I'm with you there. There's no point in having this man-to-man defense chase players around, especially when you know what they're in for, you know what they're going to be doing.
And they're around the arc. So, I mean, that's where Saline has been just chucking these shots from behind the three-point line. Guard that, make them go inside a little and see what they have down low.
Well, then if you're playing a spread out 2-3, that's going to prevent a little bit of that as well, and hopefully have 3 River Rat players down there in order to make some stops. And that was a miss there by Jordan Johnson. That one almost rattled in.
Anthony on that drop. I love that no-look pass from Anthony.
Unforced turnover there by the Hornets, and the Rats will come up with the ball here.
Abby Roth coming in off the bench for the Hornets, and you know, just like you said, the Rats they've substituted 1 player. The Hornets, they've substituted all 5 so far.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. That's how you stay fresh. That's how you allow these crisp passes and the strong defense to keep up. Nyla Allen working it around, and there's a long one by Gabby Johnson. Jordan Johnson on the offensive board, and Allen in the mix again.
She's like an Energizer bunny. She's everywhere.
But the sad question is, getting back to the no subs thing, how long is she going to be able to keep this up?
Yeah, that first quarter, you could see her taking time getting back on the defensive end.
No rush. But a little bit of cherry picking
right,
doesn't
when you
hurt.
say that?
Draws contact, sends that one up, and she wanted the foul there.
And she's you know, taking her time getting back up court because she's a little winded.
Another offensive board for the Hornets, and they waste no time working that one around, switching up the court from right to left, and then finding a player cutting in the paint. Really well executed play, and it just shows how strongly coached this squad is, the way that they're just precision movements down under there.
Yeah, Coach Fields for Huron's going to take another timeout, and that's going to be a full timeout. And a lot of these timeouts are really just going to be take a break.
Catch a breather
I have
timeouts.
nothing to say to you right now.
Yep.
I mean, because this right there, good defensive challenge, because any more than that would have been a foul.
Yeah, great job challenging, right you are, but just what the Hornets are doing right now is impressive. They're methodical, they're like clockwork, they're going in, and there you can see Coach Raymond there telling her girls probably just keep it up.
Yeah, you can see her motion her hand in a circular motion there, just keep going, keep putting that pressure on them.
Well, and I think it's also keep getting those offensive boards. Oh, and we can see Allen down at the end of the bench there.
It looks like she might be getting her ankle taped up. And we saw her limp up court after that contact on that one of those shots.
Yeah, I'm curious if that was less of, I'm tired, I'm not making it up back
Oh,
down
yeah,
on
you can see her,
defense, or
she's
like
breathing
something
hard
feeling good. So they're going to tape her up probably about as quick as can
And
be.
why not? But I love the color of that tape. You see that green and gold tape?
I was going to mention it. It looks good. Like, it's a great contrast here for where we're at, obviously.
Well, you know, the athletic director was a former trainer.
Okay.
So I'm sure he's looking out for the trainer's budget.
Well, you got to take care of your players.
Blow it out.
There's Maya Lobert now taking over the point guard duties for Allen.
More movement, Rats. We need some movement here.
Yeah, Aaliyah Anthony's doing her best, but yeah, she's got to get Jordan Johnson moving a little bit more. Yeah, they need to work a little bit more along that perimeter, I think, if they want to try to find some more success. Saline has nothing but success working the ball offensively. Quick touch pass there. That was from Kate Stemmer. Sent that one over, and another big bucket. 16-2 now here for the Hornets. 16-point run. But who's keeping track?
And 16-2 is. That's the only thing I can say about that. That's just. And it's been a lot of this, right? Rebounds the ball going around the perimeter, and who's that? Bailey Burt, another Saline three-pointer.
2 seconds to go here in this first quarter.
That should go, that should go.
Keep it up. That was right on target, but just a little bit short.
That is the end of the first quarter. Huron.
Nonetheless, always on target is CTN Sports Game of the Week, so stick around. We'll have a little bit more for you coming up after this break. And welcome back, everybody, to CTN Sports Game of the Week. You are looking in at the Riverdome, or the Greenhouse, whatever you want to call it.
No, it's the Riverdome. I mean, once that former coaching staff left who kind of came in here and tried to rename this place, we got to get that banner taken down as well, too. Got to talk to Tony about that.
Not a fan of the Greenhouse. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what we are a fan of? There's Nyla Allen at it again. Glad to see her back out there. She seems to be working much, much better.
Got that
limp
ankle
is gone.
taped up. Yeah.
Allen, there was some tough defense, not allowing the Hornets into the zone.
I love the way the Hornets glanced over to the official like they're going to get a call.
Saline continues to work the ball quickly, waiting for that stop and pop shot. Allen on the rebound. She's not even going to think about pushing this one up with no numbers. Left-handed, can't finish though. Still swings around and nearly pulls that one away.
Man, Allen needs to get some of her teammates up court with her. She was a one-man fast break there.
One-man band. And she still found an opening and an opportunity to make that.
Yeah.
There
big
she is
challenge
to
for the
Aaliyah
Rats.
Anthony.
Sorry about that, but it's just a big challenge for the Rats with the numbers that they have this season. Drop it down there. There you go.
Johnson gets her own board.
Try that again.
Anthony. Yeah. Well, I don't think Saline's going to be able. I don't think Saline's going to fall for that game too much. They might drop into a zone and try to take that away from Johnson and try to take any driving away from Allen. Nice finish there by Caden Maida.
This Maida's fourth on the night, and that time she could have put a little English on that shot.
Yeah, that was nice. She almost had her back to the rim when she ended up putting that one in. So contorting her body to get it to where it needed to be. She's long, and she clearly is pretty savvy with the ball there.
And you could see that shot here. Yeah, backside, putting in a little bit of a finger roll, but backwards kind of an English on there. And then, our favorite player for the Riverette so far has been Nia Allen, and you can see her getting rewarded for her aggressive play, taking it to the hole. Let's see, yeah, that reach with it was a little contact with the body.
First one's good.
And she gets another point for the Rats.
And for Huron, Matei.
Yeah, and this is also what you like from your senior leadership. Go to the line, make some free throws.
Exactly, and we were talking during the last break of the first quarter. Huron's coming off their best game of the season. They scored 45 points in a loss at Lincoln. So, they're playing their best ball, and that's a good job right there on the defense. I got to try to keep control of it, though.
Lobert there nearly came away with that one entirely, but coughed it up back to the Hornets.
That's going to be a tough foul there on Johnson. It looked like Johnson had a lot of the ball, but the official that called that call was behind her, so it kind of looked like she was going through the offensive player.
Yeah, all about the correct angles down there tonight, but for the most part, this officiating crew has let the game play out on the floor as opposed to with the whistles.
Young crew tonight, too.
They're going to call that foul on the ground. They're going to call that a blocking.
Foul is on number
And the
3,
River Rats will turn it
Stagger.
around and see what they can do. Down
Her
15.
first, team second.
Let's see Stager come down and watch this. She kind of moves while she was setting the screen. Wonder though, is that a little bit of a makeup call for the? It looked like there was a jump ball on Johnson's call. Oh, nice pass.
Allen there finds Lobert. Lobert no go.
Good look though. That's what Huron needs.
Yeah, great look. Great job making that by Allen, and Lobert just a little flat on the shot there.
Allen's a good guard. She's a good playmaker, all-around player.
Hornets continue that ball movement. This time now looking down low. Man, just another open shot for the Hornets. Just really impressive what they can do. They're not just working it around the perimeter. You see them working down to their down low players.
Drive and kick.
Yep, and their down low players keeping their head up, keeping their eyes open. They can continue going down low or try to switch up the court.
Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why this team is at the top of the SEC Red Division.
Yeah, great court awareness, quick movement, everything you want from a team.
And a deep squad, too. We've seen them play at least 5 players off the bench so far, and everyone seems to be, well equipped to shoot that three-pointer as well.
Or at least just willing to take it. Right? You don't even need to be equipped for it, but if you've
No
got the mentality that I'm going for it, right, that's half the battle right there. Kate Stemmer finds that one up front. Yeah, these Rats, I think, like the boxing out's got to be the main thing, right? We just saw a little bit of a slide by there.
But the shots are coming so fast and furious, it's hard to box out. It's hard to find a man because, one time you look down, next thing you know, the shot's going up.
Allen now into Jordan Johnson. Johnson bullies her way in.
Yeah, she's got to be careful there. She's pushing that arm out.
Yeah, we've seen her play more with that left arm versus her backside. But they let it go on that one, and she's rewarded with the bucket. And just down the court, gets a hand on that one, and the River Rats go out in transition.
And you can see Johnson sticking with the play and going up and finding a good angle for that putback.
Allen now going to bring the ball up the court with a shoe untied. Inadvisable.
Oh, man, you're observant. Good eye.
Well, that's what happens when you're right on the court. Like this, I mean, I talk about it all the time. I love hoops.
Yeah.
I love hoops in this place.
On the court. And Allen, she just takes a mean walk right back over. And I wonder if she's going to go visit over with the trainer again.
Try to get that guy retaped again?
Yeah, because she's gone behind the bench. Is that the blue tent?
She might be retaping that shoe then.
I don't know.
Is that the blue tent?
Yeah,
You might be right. And in the meantime, three-point attempt and make by Hadley Griffin.
Her second.
21-5, yep.
Yeah, they're really working on Allen over there. I mean, they're over on the bench, and you can't even see anything that's going on over there. It looks like they're stretching her out a little bit.
Cooling her down.
Cooler, yeah, well,
it is a little warm in here.
A little bit of everything.
It got warm this afternoon. I think it got in the mid-40s. Another three-pointer by the Hornets. Nearly saved there by Hadley Griffin. Griffin everywhere. She's shooting threes. She's going after these. That's what you like from a team as well.
And big smile on her face, too, after saving it out of bounds. She kind of chuckled at herself.
Felt good about herself. Aaliyah Anthony there couldn't quite get the pick to work out for her. And that's a lefty finish by Kate Stemmer.
I think
Professionally done here.
Well, that's the second one
Hornets.
from Stemmer on the left side as well, too. But she's doing a great job up top, making it tough for these guards to get around her.
Yeah, Anthony's had some troubles so far tonight. And, yeah, Stemmer, once she got that first step past her, yeah, great form, great finish.
Good job, Johnson.
And they're working really hard to try to get the ball into Jordan Johnson.
Yeah, I think that was Gabby Johnson, actually, that threw the ball down in.
Her first, team third at the line, shooting 2 Johnson.
And Jordan Johnson on the attempt.
Yeah, it clearly makes sense. Great job by Johnson hitting that first one. That you want to get the ball down to her. but also it seemed like there were 3 Hornets around her tight. So you don't want to force the ball down in there either.
Yeah, to your point though, Johnson, it seems like she knows that she's one of the bigger players out there as well too. She's using her size to her advantage.
Hopefully, hopefully she knows that. If she isn't aware of that, coach needs to be telling her that every time up the court. Get down there, use your size, use your body. You can see her in the middle of that of the paint down there, arms out, aware of what's going on. Now the next trick for her, great job getting in there defensively.
Huge rebound there by the Hornets. I think that was 32 flying in there with Sweet. But unfortunately, she threw the ball to a Riverette player.
Johnson give and go to Anthony. Anthony can't finish that one, but a nice play by the Riverettes. Stemmer now comes around, tries with the right hand. Board by the Reds. This second quarter's moved pretty fast. There's been some pretty good pace, Kev.
Yeah, and a lot more points actually for the Riverettes because they've been doing this. They've been finding the ball down low on the box to Johnson.
Johnson, after it bounced away, still found her way up with it, but yeah, just 2 or 3 players on her. Like, if she's aware that she's the biggest, if coach is aware she's the biggest, I guarantee you the Hornets know that as well.
Man, this is a tough call, though. They called her on a traveling on that one, and it looked like, she did go down to the ground, but it looked like she may have lost the ball due to a Hornets hand.
And very well could have called that a jump as well. There's Anthony, throws it up, tries for a little bit of anything in the midst of 4 players, and even after the miss, good effort getting in there.
And that's another thing you got to say about the effort by the Riverettes. They're not turning their backs, and they're not hanging their heads. They're out there giving it their all. Anthony is trying different angles. She's going to find one for sure, I'm sure.
Right, you are. Yep, keep plugging away, and it's going to go in, and it's going to go the way you want it to. Tough on-the-ball defense here by the Riverettes. Good ball fake. The Hornets, again, just the passing,
fundamental,
the movement, the ball fakes, finding that player down low,
and not forcing shots as well. They're happy with finding another pass.
Kira Rame there with the 3. Anthony now switches hands, comes up that one.
Then you thought it was going to bounce in.
I really did. I really
was hanging up there, Nick. You can see Ream here first. Nobody in the area. Johnson comes out, but Ream was all court on that shot.
Right, and that goes back to what you said, the no hesitation. If these girls have got even a foot of open space, they're taking it, and it is no problem. That one punched the head.
Look at the job by Sweet. Sweet on the inbounds play, and I am an advocate of that. This is where you play your hardest defense in this 5 seconds. Sweet comes around Jordan Johnson with that steal, but the effort was when she went to the ground and punched it up court.
Slapped it up there, whatever you can, however you get a hand on it, and this is how you get rewarded for that. Made it, misses the first.
Checking back in for Huron, Allen.
30 seconds to go here in this first half. CTN Sports Game of the Week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, checking us out, watching on YouTube, liking, whatever it is.
Second one's good.
Allen
Second
back in now
goes.
for
That's
the Rats.
20-point lead now for the Hornets.
Here's a good rebound.
And now the Riverettes.
That's a rebound that you were talking about, right?
Yep. That's 4 consecutive offensive boards for the Rats. We'll see if Allen can finish here just before half. The Hornets do end up coming up with it, and they're going to go the distance. That was made of it. Campbell missed that one, but that will do it for first half action here from the Riverdome. CTN Sports Game of the Week. Stick around. You never know what you're going to get in the second half.
Worcester Park is a 5.5-acre park close to downtown Ann Arbor in the Old West Side neighborhood. The park can be accessed from 3 sides, West Madison from the north, 3rd and West Mosley from the east, and Edgewood Place cul-de-sac from the south. There's a 500-foot paved path on an incline that connects all the entrances and many of the park's features. This is a mixed-use park with a variety of amenities and attractions that offers something for all. There are several native pollinator gardens, a playground, sand volleyball court, horseshoe pit, as well as an informal soccer field. The park provides picnic tables, benches, and many grassy areas to relax, observe nature, or enjoy a picnic. Much of the park sits on a hill, which allows you to see a partial skyline of downtown Ann Arbor. For more, visit a2gov.org/Worcester.
The University of Michigan Wolverines football team, Team 144. Back-to-back Big Ten champions. And now, your 2023 national champions. The season in which the players titled Unfinished Business has reached its pinnacle and officially ended in business being finished. After a 26-year drought, the conquering heroes have cemented themselves among the leaders and the best once more, following a perfect, undefeated 15-0 season. The celebratory parade took place the Saturday following the team's national championship victory, and despite the freezing temperatures, ice, and snow flurries, fans showed up in droves to pack the streets of downtown Ann Arbor. From South University, down State Street, all the way to Schembechler Hall, Wolverine faithful showed their unwavering support for their new national champions. The nearly mile-long parade featured the university's Board of Regents and marching band, highlighted by the Wolverines players and coaches. With the grand finale of the parade consisting of an old vintage Ann Arbor City fire truck carrying an overjoyed Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh and several players cheering from the truck bed. Needless to say, it was a joyous event to mark an end to a historic season. The University of Michigan football team 144, on behalf of all the fan faithful here in Ann Arbor, congratulations and go blue.
And welcome back, everybody. Second half action getting going on CTN Sports Game of the Week. Saline Hornets here visiting into the River Dome. The River Rats had a rough first half, Kevin. What are some pluses for them they can take away?
You know, I think Allen coming back in and keeping her on the court is one of the positives, as well as just, staying with a positive mindset. Not a lot of mental breakdowns. It's really physical right now for the River Rats.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. The staying positive, keep fighting through. It ain't easy. It ain't easy when you're 0-17 and it's late February. But it says a lot about a human's character. It says a lot about your coach when you are fighting forward, when you do keep going and never say die, as it were. And you're still making some nice pick and roll plays like that.
Well, and coaches like to go back to it. You can see there in the background standing up there is Coach Fields, and there he is right there. He's had a tough season, right? But this is a microcosm of life. Sometimes things aren't going to go your way. Don't hang your head, keep fighting, break through. And that's what these young ladies are learning.
That's a microcosm of life. I like what you're doing. Might be a little too early to break that one out, though. I was hoping you might hold that one for the fourth quarter. But you are obviously completely correct. Completely correct. There's another finish there for the Rats. 29-7 now here for Saline, and they're putting on the full court pressure there. That one up and knocked away by Hadley Griffin. Griffin now receives in that corner. It's knocked away by Nyla Allen.
Back in for Huron, number 1, Pate.
Oh, nice little double clutch shot there by Reem. Helps when you're the coach's daughter, right?
Yeah.
You can get into the gym a little bit,
Somebody unlocks
get a couple extra shots in when you need to.
I'm going to say that a lot of these girls are getting those extra shots and just the extra workouts because they are a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, and everybody's touching the stat sheet as well, too, so good night for the Hornets right now. You can see Clark on a great inbounds pass because that was Griffin on that screen.
Griffin now works around down to the corner. 24, that's Aislinn McPeak. I believe that's the first time we've talked about her this evening. But McPeak, just like every other player out on the court for the Hornets, no hesitation on that three-point shot.
Not sure if that was just a lazy pass by Allen or Griffin's quick hands. Maybe a little both.
Griffin, nice job with the spin around. She's going to receive, but completely unselfishly. Shot there by Kate Stemmer.
3 for Stemmer.
Another three-pointer knocked down for the Hornets.
Yeah, and it looks like they were playing keep away right there for a minute. It was like, I don't want it, you take it. Stemmer there, we've been mentioning her defense all evening long on the Huron point guards.
And Allen in the spot we haven't seen too much of her posting up on the block. Sends it back to Johnson, Jordan Johnson.
And Jordan Johnson's going to remember to keep that ball high next time. And you can see that ball just didn't hit cord. It snapped the cord. That was a bottom of the net three-pointer.
Yeah, in any sport, you always talk about one more pass, right? Give it one more, and that's something that the Hornets have put a clinic on tonight is the one more.
And all of those shots, they were shooting by volume there in the first half, and now they're starting to connect on some of those shots.
That's right. Into the lane, Kira Rame again.
And Reem again showing the opposite hand, Nick, going over there with the lefty.
Well, we've seen a lot of these Hornets go lefty. So once again, just proves how well they're coached and how fundamentally sound they are.
And how deep they are. They just bring in 4 new players.
4-player shift just like that, like it's nothing. It's like they're making changes like a line change in hockey. Stemmer, the lone survivor on that last shift. Another long three. That was Megan Sweet. No go by Sweet, and we'll see if the River Rats can get things going. No buckets yet here in the second half for the Rats.
Gabby Johnson on a good box out here. You can see her down low, and you can see the ball go right off of Sweet's hands.
That's a reach there by Stager. Almost held onto that one, too. Long three now. Sweet with the board, pushes it up to Stemmer, excuse me. And another three-point shot and good. Kate Stemmer. Stemmer's deadly from the top of the key over there.
Yeah, and that'll put the Hornets up by 32, their largest lead of the game. But again, same spot that she hit that last three-pointer from.
Yeah, that's frustrating if you're the Rats defense, just seeing that same thing rain down over you time and time again.
And Stemmer's been everywhere, right? Hands in the right place at the right time, and it's for the Rats. I mean, it's been that kind of night.
Yeah. When Stemmer just comes in, just pops that ball away, like you're definitely not ready for that. That one brought away by Allen.
I think Allen needs to look lower next time. That's the second time we've seen that pass taken away. And how about a heat check? That's a heat check shot.
Trifecta now from Stemmer. Holy cow. from all within about 3 feet of each other, just knocking those three-pointers down.
Well, 3 consecutive possessions. I mean, three-pointer, and then a deep three-pointer.
Yeah, you know you're feeling it when you just, I mean, but from that same spot, of course you're feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they got to make her move around a little bit and can't have her just continue.
Well, she goes from one side, oh, man. She's
Did you
on
see that
fire.
graphic? That graphic is on fire. Somebody in the motion graphics has been working overtime. Get that
NBA
person
Jam
a
style.
raise.
Gotta love that, man.
Get the motion graphic artist a raise, please.
You can see Aaliyah Anthony. She bounced it off of the Saline Hornet player and came in. That's a smart way to get the ball in bounds.
I mean, hey, if your people aren't paying attention, and Nyla Allen glass from three-point land. Yeah, I mean, if your teammates aren't paying attention or aren't ready for it, and if the defense isn't ready for it, give it a try. Got nothing to lose at this point.
No. Ouch, Allen went down hard on that shot. And you can see how Anthony throws the ball in. Smart play. But at the end of that play, she did an even better play by finding Allen open for that bank three-pointer.
Allen's scooting up the court, but you can just tell that there's something not quite right about that ankle or something on that lower body.
Well,
She's
yeah.
more power walking than even trotting up there.
Yeah, and Allen's just that Energizer bunny. I mean, she's been constantly on the move the entire game.
And
there we go.
Finally gets rewarded for her efforts.
We said that she would.
Yeah, she's kept plugging away. She's kept going. She's found seams throughout this defense. But yeah, now that she finished one, that's a good feeling for her. Hornets cycling that offense.
And they are definitely just looking for the trays.
Yeah, Bailey Burt with the open opportunity there, no go. But you're right, and you know they've been getting a lot of offensive boards. So why not keep shooting them if you're going to get the board and then go back into your half-court offense?
Yeah, and it kind of just looks like it was just, and you see Anthony now finally with that high touch shot.
She drew a little contact there as well. In the meantime, Caden Maida there. Another bucket for her, a rather easy bucket.
Yeah, that was a blow-by.
Anthony there keeps her pivot foot, finds Jordan Johnson down low.
I think Allen's getting her ankle taped up again.
I think it's her other ankle now.
So this time is it her other ankle?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow. Might want to do that before the game.
3.
All the way.
But a good second effort there trying to get your own miss, knock that one out. The River Rats were ready for that one, but the Hornets were ready for that one. The River Rats were still playing down on defense.
Yeah, you can see you got green on one side and white on the other. Just shove that shoe. That's how I tie my shoes.
And just slap it on.
Yeah, that's why they're all rough.
Let's go. Yeah, she just wants to get back out there. That's that warrior spirit.
Yeah, and especially as a senior. You'll love to see it.
Ayla Stager miss on the first. You see her going in down low. She got a lot of contact there.
I'm surprised.
Betta.
My ankle would be in ice after that fall. I mean, that was a hard fall. Looked like she twisted it as well, too.
Yeah, came down on it wrong, a little tough. And just a lot of contact from the 2 down low post players from the Reds. 56 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Long pass around into the corner. The River Rats may be picking up a thing or two from the Hornets.
Yeah, and again, the Rats, even though that they're down by so many points, they're still working their offense.
And Anthony, nice job there, keeping an eye out for her post player. That shot's cut into the elbow. Rebound, Jordan Johnson, 26 seconds to go. See what the Rats can dial up here at the end of this quarter. They're going to dial up.
Nice.
And
that looked
Anthony,
good from our angle.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on target. And I think the River Rat defenders there lost track of exactly where Caden Maida was. 8 seconds to go here in this third quarter now. Hornets commanding 46-12 lead. Aaliyah Anthony continues to go in, and a bucket for her at the buzzer. What you like, what you love, and you can see Nyla Allen there congratulating her teammates as they come into the huddle at the end of the third quarter. Stick around, we'll have fourth quarter action coming up on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Congratulations to CTN on its 50th year anniversary. I'm Brigitte Maassen, host of Senior Moments. Senior Moments has provided Ann Arbor seniors valuable information of health, wealth, finance, and entertainment. The show has been running for 22 years. In other words, it has been covering almost half of CTN's entire history. For these 2 decades, a number of wonderful guests have been introduced to our brilliant hosts with fun and excitement. CTN will surely continue its service for the next decade and more. As long as CTN continues, Senior Moments also will continue to serve seniors with pride and joy.
Dana Denha, host of Ann Arbor's news magazine program, FYI. Tune in every week for new episodes featuring a variety of topics on the city and county.
And welcome back, everybody, to CTN Sports Game of the Week. Looking in on the River Dome. Fourth quarter action coming up right now. The Hornets all night, right?
Yeah, but hey, on a positive note, the Rats doubled their output from halftime, scoring 7 points that quarter, and the points came from people other than Allen, and Johnson as well too. So getting people like Anthony involved into the mix. So for the Rats, it was a positive.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's those are exceptional points about, like you said, doubling your points output, and then importantly, getting some other players to step up where you need it.
A lot of contact going on down low between Johnson, and I think that was 42.
I believe that was one of our referees, Kristen Morris, down there on the call.
First, team first.
Yeah, kind of some just jockeying for position out there, and you're not going to do that right in front of the official. Not the best idea, not the best place to do that sort of thing.
Foul is on 42's anyway.
Zeduk on the foul there. We haven't said her name before tonight, so I'm guessing that Coach Ream has emptied out that bench.
Yeah, right you are. It was bound to happen. 7:34 to go here in this fourth quarter. Allen now hits the first of 2. Doesn't take a lot of time with that. She's just anxious to get that one up.
I don't think she does anything slow.
You might be right. Shot there off by Xenia. Allen now coming up, popping shot. Front iron, Jordan Johnson on the rebound, and she's going to finish.
2 more for Johnson.
Another bucket for Jordan Johnson, and 17 points now here for the Rats.
That was a good putback there by Johnson. Nice soft putback.
Leah Anthony there finds Madeline Liu there. Allen just a touch too hard off the backboard. And tough defense down there, tough trap defense down there.
And Anthony's getting caught on the foul on this one, but look at this. Look a lot of ball. Anthony comes over the top, has ball there, and I'm not sure if that would have been a foul. on a lot of other courts in this state.
Well, especially not a shooting foul is my thought. Like, if you're going to call her for that.
It'd have been on the ground?
Yeah, she was around
Yeah.
and over her from
It
from
still looked
behind.
like a jump ball situation to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. It seemed like she had predominantly ball on that one. Hadley Griffin hits the second.
I was going to just mention her form on that shot. It was stellar.
Back to a 30-point lead, and this Hornet defense, no give up on them either. Going for the ball, trying to get in those passing lanes. Hands out. Jordan Johnson doubled on the block. Gets it away to Allen. Allen somehow finds an opening.
That was a little wild play there, but for the River Rats, just wasn't successful.
No, Stemmer came away with that, and Hadley Griffin keeps the play going. And this continues to be what you want, right? Yeah, help your teammate up right there. Great job diving in there. Great job getting dirty. Maybe a skinned up knee for your efforts.
And I tell you that the W's might not be as what we're accustomed to seeing from the River Rats, but that never give up effort and attitude is still being displayed.
Yeah, and that's where you're going to have to build if you are this first-year coach. If you're a young coach, you're building on the effort. If you can get the girls to buy in and do these things, you're going to get more girls to come in and play on your squad. You're going to show the younger JV and freshman teams that this is how we play and this is what we do. Aaliyah Allen, she is determined. She is hell-bent.
And look at Allen. And look at her.
2 more for Allen.
Nia Allen there. I mean, that was a good job of, just like we've been mentioning, the Energizer Bunny, just never giving up on the play.
Stemmer there couldn't finish that one. Maybe it was a little too close for her.
Yeah, but you could see taking the ball from Stemmer there was Allen, and then finishing with a nice lefty.
Jordan Johnson gets in the three-point bonanza efforts.
And the block. Oh, look at that. The finish was off of the Hornets' head.
For Huron, number 10, Owen
So look at the
Somebody would get
finish.
that ball.
and McPeak and Maida
Boing.
for Saline.
That's just the most insult to injury, right? It get blocked and it goes off my noodle.
Is that a double block?
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Double turnover.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Jordan Johnson that far out on D so far tonight. So the fact that she's stretching it out a little bit, recognizing the shots, she can go down there and block.
And that's always good to see when your big can come that far out from the post.
Huge. That's huge if you've got a player that can do that.
And this is right where you're talking about those legs are gotta be burning for the River Rats. I mean, when you don't have a deep bench and you're getting, beat down on the scoreboard too, it doesn't help you.
No, it's tough, but like we've been talking about Nyla Allen, like we've been talking about Jordan Johnson, Gabby Johnson, they're out there giving it everything they got.
I think Coach Fields is going to get another timeout, rest his team, and actually, maybe as opposed to just resting them, congratulate them.
Sure.
Congratulate on the effort and not giving up on any possession and playing good sound basketball and learning a lot.
Yeah, I think and hope that you're completely correct about all that. The kudos from coach at any point go farther than just about anything else. When you know that your coach has got your back, or you know that you're doing the correct thing in his or her eyes, that's going to give me a little bit of lift to finish the game off.
And that's what coaches will tell you. That's what they enjoy. Helping the players. Yeah, you like to have an Amani Bates on your team every now and again. Well, every year. But at the same time, you can see the growth of a player and as a squad.
Rats back out. 4:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Down 28, but Aaliyah Anthony not discouraged at all. Still looking for her players. Still finding Nyla Allen there. And Allen looking for Jordan Johnson.
Double teaming Johnson down there on the post that time.
Well, and that was a wise play of her to peel away as well. She recognized that there was 2 players down there. She peeled away, and that opened up a
Foul on
slight
number 3,
opening
Allen.
there for
Arbors, team
Allen.
second. Back in for Saline, Raw.
Maida with the inbound here for the Saline Hornets.
And the Hornets, again, just being very liberal with the substitutions, bringing as many players as they brought to the gym into the game.
Well, and that's how you maintain a successful program as well. You're never going to win with 5 or 6 players.
Yeah.
Boys game, girls game, whichever. If you want to make a legitimate run in the state tournament, which I'm sure they do, then you've got to get all of your girls involved.
Good effort and energy. How many times have we said that tonight about Allen? But to your point, Nick, that's exactly when we can draw a straight line back to COVID. And when the downfall of this Huron girls basketball team, they just didn't have time to develop any of those younger squads, the freshmen and the JVs. And unlike a lot of the other area schools, they just haven't been able to recover.
Yeah, you've got to be able to reload when you've got a legitimate program. And if there's some sort of misstep one way or another, that can be detrimental for years to come. It can have a pretty rough ripple effect.
Yeah, and Scott Hunter was here for 7 seasons. To lose a coach like that who's been around for all of that success too, that doesn't help.
Stop and pop there, Caden Maida.
It's going to be tough between Maida and Ream and Stemmer for the player of the game.
And any or all of them definitely deserve it. They played really hard, and they played sound fundamental ball.
And I love the way Maida pulls up for that little 15-footer. That's a tough shot from an angle where you don't see the backboard.
Well, and I feel like a lot of players will just continue going forward on that. Maybe they get a little bit closer, try to finger roll it in, or just push it in with their momentum. But she did a great job of recognizing what was in front of her, step back, hit it.
And didn't dribble into trouble like you're saying.
For Huron, Gobert.
Right, that's a really
And
easy
Raw
thing for a
for
player to do. Leah Anthony hits the first, and we've seen her. I mean, I feel like we've seen her grow this game.
Yeah, I like her confidence. I mean, she has led the team by controlling the offense. She had some turnovers early, cleaned that up, and has been more confident shooting the ball.
Yeah, you can. I mean, just whether it's shooting or even just handling. It seemed that second quarter she was hanging her head just a little bit. She was frustrated with what was happening, with herself particularly. But that's all gone now.
And right now, Huron's really missing Allen. You can see the offense really get stagnant with her out on the bench.
Anthony tried to keep her pivot foot there, but just kept going. A little too much momentum.
That's like me when I'm trying to stop from going to the fridge. Yeah, I'm going to open it.
There's tasty stuff in there. Why wouldn't you? Tough, close D by the Rats. They're sticking with their defensive efforts right now.
And a bunch of these players are some of the younger players because the numbers were just so small on the roster that Coach Fields had to bring some of them up. There's
Anthony with a big three-pointer. Nothing but the twine. Good for her for sinking that one. And Jordan Johnson with a block on the other end. And these Rats just will not go away.
Ouch.
Doesn't matter, though. That's Abby Roth, number 23 for the Saline Hornets.
It's like we got a three-point shooting contest going on out here.
Well, that's so frustrating if you're the Rats, right?
You feel good.
Yes, everything's going well. Like, this is all going great, and then all of a sudden, bam, three-pointer in my face.
Now, here's Anthony. Look at her. She stepped into that three, and we said we're just mentioning the confidence of her shot in the second half. It's really come to life.
You knew she was making one of those eventually.
But then this happens again on the other end. I mean, the ball just finds an open Hornet around the arc, and then it finds the bottom of the net.
And to just continue to say nice things about this Hornets team, or good things about this Hornets team, it's easy for them to have great passing and good ball movement when their half-court offense is all set and ready to go. But that came off of a bit of a broken play. So the fact that they could still make a crisp pass, still know where you're at behind that arc and hit it, that says a lot about the team.
And this team is headed in the right direction. We already mentioned that districts are going to take place over at Dexter. So in a week from now, they are putting themselves in a position to come away with the title.
You know what other team is heading in the right direction?
Who's
CTN
that?
Sports.
Oh, yeah?
Team heading in the right direction.
I love
as
it.
always.
Segue,
Tonight, thank
Captain.
you so much for our camera guys. We got Mo Sislak El Mazri, Jelani Still No Nickname Embry, Director Rob Cross in the truck, along with Jacob Still Married Smith doing audio replay. I'm Nick Wisniewski, Kevin Bryant next to me. Always a pleasure to do these games with everybody involved here. Come out to A2. It's a great thing to come out and do. I'm very fortunate.
You know, and this is going to be our final time here in the River Dome, you know, and it's just a special place. Always nice to come over here to my alma mater and check out some basketball. This time, just not the ending I would like to see.
No, this isn't the way you want to say goodbye for the season, but big things ahead for these River Rats, for the Rats on the boys team, and you just never know it. The Hornets make themselves at home all night. I would love to see officially how many three-pointers they've hit this evening.
It's been more than their free throws. I mean, they've shot a lot of three-pointers and made more.
Yeah, this team is also going places. You can just see it in their composure, in their fundamentals, and the way that they finish. And that will finish this one off 55-23. The Saline Hornets put on a clinic here at Huron High School, but stick around. We'll have Kevin out there with our key player.
The lights will turn.
Hey folks, I hope you like what you're watching, and if you do, hit that little like button and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at A2CTN Sports. And welcome back to our CTN Sports Game of the Week with the key player of the game, Stemmer. You were hitting three-pointers, you were playing defense. Tell us about your game tonight and what you feel that you accomplished as a team.
Yeah, definitely. As a team, I would say we were all over the floor on defense. I love it. I love our pressure, and we're just so tenacious everywhere on the floor. And then on offense, we just move the ball so well, and we just play like a true team, and I love it.
Well, you set yourself up really well for districts coming up in a week. A couple more games before that. Can I get a prediction out of you for districts?
Oh, yeah, we definitely have some tough games with Wayne Memorial and then hopefully Belleville on Friday, but I think we're going to prepare and we're going to come and ready to play.
Well, you only have one more thing to do, and that's to sign the key. Nick, I'm going to let you get us out of here on another game in the Riverdome. Congratulations to our key player of the game.
And thank you so much, Kevin. Great job seeing her like just almost an arm's length away. Thank you so much for everybody here that makes this game possible, and thank you for tuning in. Please stick around for more CTN Sports Game of the Week.
You know what else they keep on the top shelf besides the goals?
What's that, man?
The peanut butter.